Probably the rains are going to subside in another 3 weeks or so. But because of climate change, weather has also become an unpredictable phenomenon. We cannot predict the weather with the kind of regularity that you would wish to do. But the case being that of human suffering and destruction of property and the flooding of farmlands, we have to make certain interventions to make sure that our people don't suffer. One of the points that was made, which I think is important to note, because of the backflow from Lake Victoria, there are a lot of activities along the lakefront which have been affected adversely, and more so some of our water projects and dams and pumps, water pumps along the lake. Quite a number of them have been submerged. Even away from the lake, a place like Mauna Dam, you know, the pumps have been flooded, and it takes a lot of time and interventions to make the situation come back to normal. What we are hoping is that with more and more awareness about climate change, we should plan ahead, knowing that vagaries of the weather are going to continue with us until we make this smart climate action to make sure that such flooding do not affect our people in terms of damage to property, damage to our farmland, and loss of lives or displacement. I must say, generally compared to last year, although we are experiencing enhanced rainfall throughout the Republic, but I must say, compared to the long rains last year, the number of displacements so far, I'm not saying the situation is not going to change, but the number of displacements so far are not as high as they were last year. We don't have many people in camps. In fact, most of the people who have been affected have taken refuge in homes of relatives and friends, or other people have moved to shopping centers, hiring premises to occupy as we wait for the rain to subside. But I do not want to say that we should bring down our guard. I think we should still be on our guard. We also know that our agriculture is going to be affected adversely because this is a plowing and planting and harrowing season. If the rains continue in certain areas, in lower Nzoia or lower Yala River and around the Yala Delta, our agricultural produce are going to be affected substantially. But today, as we flag off this stuff, which include food and other commodities, we are not saying that this is going to take care of everybody's needs, but it's an intervention which we hope to continue as we monitor the situation. We think that our people deserve the better, and hopefully when the national government allocates money, and money is being allocated to fight with the vagaries of the weather, that counties, some of those resources are going to go to counties, because we are dealing with the people directly, and every day they are monitoring what we are doing about their situation.
We are here today to join the governor in visiting some of the victims of flooding in our county. As you are well aware, the situation of floods is unprecedented in the entire country, and the CIA has been no exception. So today we were able to talk together as a government, and we are going to visit 3 areas which have been heavily affected. And therefore, we are quite glad that the governor got an opportunity to be with us. We've been doing assessments of these areas on a continual basis. And Josiah, who have been affected, we continue to give them support in terms of giving them direction on what to do, those who are affected, and also giving some humanitarian and food and non-food items to ensure that they are put back in the manner in which they should be living. We have assorted foodstuffs, including rice, maize, oils, edible oils, and also we have the non-food items, including nets, and also water treatment items. In West Ugenya, we did an assessment, and about 38 households are affected. In Uzonga, there are about 65, and finally in West Imbo, we are talking about 86 families. Thank you.
It started flooding the farms around, so a lot of food crops, maize and beans have been destroyed. A lot of acres of land have been destroyed because of the rains that are happening upwards. So we expect that River Nzoia will still be fluctuating, but we still must be on a high alert because the rains are still expected in the North Rift and along the lake region. Down here we expect backflow of Lake Victoria, which will also affect, or which also affects the residents that are living around. And therefore, a lot of our families and households have been affected due to backflow and overflow of both River Nzoia and River Yala. And I think on that basis, I think that is why the governor is here and is going to lead us give us way forward on what we are expected to go and do on those who have been affected in terms of food and other materials.
Kwa jina mi naitwa Monica Auma Olo. Maji imeshakuwa ikinivamia kwa hii boma langu kila wakati. Kila miaka maji inanivamia, tena hakuna wakati ninakuwa na amani rohoni. Kwa sababu kila wakati maji kikuja inabomoa nyumba. Saa hii naongea na nyinyi, nyumba imejaa. Hata sina mahali pa kulala na watoto, mahali pa kuingia. Mimi nina watoto wadogo, ninaomba serikali wa juu munisaidie. Hata kama ninaweza pata nyumba, hata kama ninaweza pata mahali kidogo tu penye mnaweza niweka niishi. Kwa sababu kila mwaka hii maji inajaza hii nyumba. Hata saa hii niko na uhakika hii nyumba inakuja kuanguka chini. Juu maji imeshaharibu kila mahali.
I am not well.
What is it?
Nilikuwa nimefurahia na itafuta.